So yesterday on Facebook, I saw a video of Mbau and this other lady. At first, when I clicked, I did not see that that was Mbau. It wasn't up until she spoke, and when I looked closely, I saw that actually this is Mbau. And obviously, Mbau has done multiple cosmetic surgeries on her face. She looks unrecognizable. You cannot easily recognize Mbau, not unless you look closely, that you can see or hear her speak and you can tell that this is Mbau. At some point in time in life, Mbau was considered one of the most beautiful women we have here in Mzansi. I don't know what happened and what could be the driving force in her reconstructing her face, because like she is reconstructing everything. I'm talking about her eyes, her nose, everything, her facial features. She just reconstructed everything. When I was looking at these whole pictures and videos of Mbau and her transformation throughout the years, I was reminded of the importance of self-love. Self-love is an umbrella. It's like an umbrella that carries all these things that you should possess as a person. When you love yourself, you will feel comfortable. You would love everything about you. For the mere fact that she is reconstructing and changing her appearance, it shows that she did not like the appearance she had. Hence the reason why she is changing it. Khanyile changed her complexion. She changed the way her nose is shaped, her eyes, her mouth, her chin, everything about her face. She would not be scared to post a picture of her swollen because she just came out of surgery and stuff. So I was just reminded of the importance of self-love. Self-love has a branch of self-esteem, has another branch of confidence. If you don't love yourself, you will never be confident. The umbrella of self-love, it goes a long way. It is about accepting and appreciating yourself, your flaws and everything. It also involves you prioritizing your mental health as well as your physical well-being. For young women out there, my young ladies, you have to know that some people that you see on the internet, they will give you like unrealistic expectations. They'll make you to have unrealistic expectations. You don't know how many of these beautiful Instagram models that you see on Instagram, you don't know the pain that they have to undergo to look a certain way. So don't try to look like someone. Don't try to change your skin color, your facial features, just because you want to look like so and so. It is really unnecessary. And talking about confidence, when you have confidence in yourself, you would not care what other people think of you. You would not care. While on that note of self-love, self-care and stuff, I remember Kanyi once had this interview with Megji, and she did talk about, a lot of stuff. She expanded on a lot of things, her personal life, just a glimpse of her personal life. But I remember correctly that she did mention, something that really stuck with me. She talked about the relationship she had with her father. And one might ask, how is this related to what you are talking about? But I just want to say this and just be clear on this, is that the things that have impacted you at a very young age, they have a long term impact on your life, especially traumatic things or past hurts that you've experienced as a child. They have a way of resurfacing in your life. It could be in another shape and in another form, but they will resurface. That is why it's very important. If you had a past childhood trauma that is unresolved, it is advisable to resolve it, seek counseling, seek therapy, and do internal healing. Kanyi mentioned that she never got validation from her father at a young age. She did say that, in everything that she did, her small wins, her big wins, her father would not say, "I'm proud of you, you did 1, 2, and 3." Like, she never got to hear those words from her father. And I know that someone might look at it and like, oh, so how is this affecting her now? It did create a wound, an internal wound. A girl's first love is her father's love. And trust me, and I know that you guys know this is true. If you were never validated by your father, and your father failed, to play his role perfectly in your life, it affects you. It affects your dating life, it affects the way you perceive men, it affects a lot of things. It's not just on a relationship perspective or scale, but it affects a lot of things, different things in your life. Even the way you engage with people, the way you see other people, it affects you. So Mbau did mention that, and she said that the first man who validated her, who celebrated her every time, her every win, was that old boyfriend that she had. I don't know if it's Mandla or something, but that old boyfriend of hers that even bought her a car, introduced her into this lavish lifestyle. She said that man was the first man that validated her, that was proud of her. Even her small wins, that man would applaud her, that, oh wow, I'm so proud of you, you did this on your own, wow, I'm so proud of you. And she mentioned that it was on an interview that she did with MacG. If you are interested in knowing, guys, you can search it on YouTube, it's available. She mentioned that, and I could see the pain when she was talking about her relationship with her father, of how he was not like as supportive as she wanted her to be. You could see that that pained her, that created an internal bleeding of some sort in her heart. So it is very important as fathers that you have a vital role that you have to play in your daughter's lives. You have to validate your child, you have to love your child. If your child sees that you love them the way they want to, they will be comfortable with you, and they will have a healthy perspective on men, on how to approach life, on a lot of different things. So I honestly think that it could be one of the reasons why she is not stopping. I mean, she had multiple surgeries on herself, on her face, her skin, everything, but she is not stopping. But to be quite honest with you guys, it really broke my heart to see how far she pushed herself with this whole surgery thing. But obviously, people are free to make choices they want about their bodies. But the ultimate moral purpose of today's video is that self-love is key. Focusing on your inner qualities and self-acceptance is very empowering, and it's very important. As a woman, as a man, it also applies to you too. So if you're not taking anything from this video, please take this one thing, which is self-love. That is the ultimate love you can ever receive and give to yourself, which is loving yourself. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I will see you on my next episode.